Can you imagine? I was watching the penalty kick and I was like, wow. At least let the goalkeeper work for it.
Oh.
If the ball didn't even pass through the goal.
It was
over the bar. Can you imagine?
Why it looked staged?
Over the bar.
Or it looked staged, or the goalkeeper just...
The ball didn't even pass through the goal.
Hey.
It was over the bar.
And how did it become a goal then?
No, I'm saying that they eliminated us because the game went through penalty shootouts.
Oh dear.
Yes, 0-0 penalty shootout. The opponent even missed their first penalty. We scored first. They missed, and then guess what? We missed.
Hey, why they don't do rehearsals for penalties?
Can you imagine?
Oh,
penalty goes that
because penalties are, you have to prepare for them.
Yeah. It's a very difficult.
Yes, and you have to be mentally.
It's a moment for the courageous people. Yes.
Next time that you invite me.
Yeah, and this one I don't disagree that you can even do better. I strongly believe if you had that moment, you would have scored those moments. So we're kicked out of the FA Cup, and we also sat at the Emirates, and then West Ham came, and then give it to us. Still as 1-0, but all is not lost for now. I don't want to. I am a Ghana, and I have the never say die spirit. But it's a very.
You are a Ghana, you mean? If you say you are a Ghana, I mean that you are Ghana.
No, not that I'm a Ghana.
You are a Ghana. Okay.
Yeah. So it stops time to be a Ghana at this particular point in time. Liverpool is cruising, but we still believe, we have hope that come to the end of the season. We have 36 games, 36 points to play for, because 36 now gone.
Okay.
And then we have 37. In fact, 37. Liverpool have played 37. We have played 36. So that is all that we have to do. But it's been tough. It's been tough. The Manchester United fans, Chelsea fans, Manchester City fans, they are all like, what about you, City?
I don't know.
So you don't know what happened. You don't know what happened.
I've zoned out.
I was reading something on the air. It said when it was raining, Sherbeta thought that the sun would never shine, so he was laughing at salt. Then forgot that after rain there will be sunshine.
They scored us again, 2-0. Liverpool. What did you expect, Charlie? Right now, everybody is stepping on us.
City has tend to how do you call it?
It doesn't matter.
Now everybody gets City, and then you are eating like gobe.
It is well with our soul.
Well, it's an era. So you have to start
all pass. All this shall pass. I mean, this year's looking at like Liverpool will carry the day.
That's the question I don't want to answer.
Why?
It's so painful.
Why is it painful?
I don't want to even go there. I don't want to believe.
What's the difference? What's the difference between yourself and?
It's 11 points now, but they have played a game more.
Don't you cry.
They have played a game more. So if we are able to win that game, maybe we have to reduce it back to 8.
Why does Arsenal usually let the cookie crumble like that?
No, I don't. You see, if you are arguing that way, it will look like Arsenal is always bottling.
No, it's like strong. Every time it's so close yet so far away.
Yes, I agree with you, and it's all because of situations, moments. We have. I am not using that as an excuse, but of course, you know what your strength is. You know your strongest team, and our front liners, all of them are in the injury room right now.
Just like how ours are age. They're aged.
That one is even good to have them, because at least you know that if these players and any day can cause you trouble. So that belief is there. If City can keep Haaland and all of them out of the team and they are still playing the way they are playing, then you can imagine. As now, we played all the football. All that is left, who will put the ball in the back of the net. And all our striker, our offensive players are in the injury room. For those of us who are the Arsenal faithful, our only regret is that we didn't sign anybody in January, and that's what we think that the manager should be blamed for that, because football, one moment you have all your players fit, and the next moment you can have all of them injured. So it is what it is. We'll keep going until we realize that there's no more.
Keep going.
Yeah,
That's the mantra of life.
Absolutely. We
Keep
going.
moving.
Yes. Like the monkey, keep jumping from one tree to the other.
So you get your banana.
Yes.
Okay.
So you see the monkey, be jumping like that. You don't get tired.
Football.
Charlie,
you don't take motivational message.
You know what I have suffered over the weekend.
Bro, just giving all the motivation he can lay his eyes on. Oh, Charlie, why? Easy, Charlie. Oh.
I message you that over the weekend. Lantam Papanko, Joel Champo, Jones.
Oh,
this week. So I almost did not come to work this morning.
They were tormenting you on the picture. Says it's not in your hands. No, in your hands. I say, oh, Charlie.
And you see, what pains me is when you look at those who are trolling you.
Their team is in shambles.
Somebody is second. You are giving it to him. You are allowing 15 to 15.
And I said, he who is down fears no fall. So they are down. You are so close yet so far away. So it will hurt more when they tease you compared to they who are already at the base.
Thank them for knowing that we are better than them. That one, they believe that we are better than them.
Oh Lord, Charlie, it is well.
Any day, anywhere we meet them, we beat them.
Okay, yeah. Okay, no problem.
Chelsea, Manchester United, and Manchester City. Okay. Will beat you anywhere.
Arsenal, do something before you die. Do something.
Now it's okay. Let me do my cut.
Let's talk about Gregory Afoko.
Yes.
He's back in court today?
Not today, but on Friday, Gregory Afoko was in court. He'll be back in court on the 5th of March. That is where prosecution is expected to call their safe witness. But there's a good news for Gregory Afoko on Friday where Justice Marie Louise Simmons admitted him to bail for the first time after the first one in 2019, which became something else. It was revoked at the point in time. But on Friday, lawyers led by Stephen Suwa Chawe, Nanayao, Osei were all present in court and they were holding brief for Safo Boabin. They moved the bail application pending retrial for Gregory Afoko, who they made the point that, look, in fact, they narrated all the situations when he was arrested May 21, 2015, up until now. And the fact that first trial was truncated in 2019 by way of nolle prosequa when the second accused, Asaf Gyalandi, was arrested. Both of them started trial conspiracy to commit murder. The second trial ended April 27, and the jury returned a hung jury, an inconclusive decision. And so a retrial has been ordered, which is also underway. But they felt that, look, being in custody for that long infringes or offends the provisions in the 1992 Constitution, which says that an accused person is innocent until proven guilty. And one thing that was also curious at that particular point was that they submitted names of persons who are willing to stand as sureties for him, details of these persons to court. In some situations, these cases that I have seen lawyers apply for bail, they only make the point that accused persons have sureties of substantial means to stand. But in this case, they have already provided the court with names of surety, their details and all of that, including Paul Afoko, who is also ready to stand as surety for him and all of that. And interestingly, prosecution did not oppose to the request of bail this time around. They didn't oppose to bail. So it makes it much more easier for the court to even deal with the whole situation. And so 500,000 Ghana cedis, 2 sureties, want to be justified with landed property. The court is also saying that the registrar of the court should make sure that they verify the authenticity of these documents that will be brought to the court are to be used to execute the bail bond. The investigators are also to ensure that they know the places of abode of the sureties and also the place of residence of the accused person before he's admitted to bail. And the court made the point that, look, every 2 weeks he's supposed to report to the case investigator. In the absence of the case investigator, he should report to the regional crime officer. And in his absence, director of CID. And so that is the order in which the court has scheduled or tabled the conditions in which Gregory Afoko is supposed to satisfy. So on Friday, it was a good news for Gregory Afoko and the family and all of that. So he's yet to certify the bail conditions also. And on Friday, I've been speaking to Nana Yaose, who is the spokesperson of the Afoko family, and he's been very happy, and he's happy also that Afoko will now have better health care once he gets his bail conditions. It is certainly a good news for Gregory Afoko and his family after the High Court in Accra has accepted his request for bail after nearly 10 years in lawful custody. The court presided over by Justice Marie Louise Simmons has granted him bail in a sum of 500,000 Ghana cedis with two sureties. One of them should be justified with landed properties. What the court has also directed is that he should report to the case investigator once every 2 weeks. In the absence of the case investigator, he should report to the regional crime officer. In his absence, the director CID. What the court has also directed is that the registrar of the court is to ensure that documents that will be brought by the accused persons are verified, and also the investigators should know the place of abode of both the accused person and the sureties that will be brought to come and execute this bail condition. What this means is that Gregory Afoko has now gained his temporal freedom. What is also very interesting is that prosecution did not oppose to the request for bail, and Justice Marie Louise Simmons had the honors to accept his bail application and granted him bail. Gregory Afoko and Asapki Alande are standing trial for allegedly pouring the substance believed to be an acid on the late New Patriotic Party's Upper East Regional Chairman Adams Mahama. Two trials has already begun, but in relation to the very last one, the jury returned a hung jury, and so a retrial has been ordered with a fifth prosecution witness in the witness box, and the court has adjourned the case to March 5 for further continuation. But
yes, obviously the family is yet to be notified of the grant of bail to Greg Afoko, but I can tell you that it's a piece of good news for each member of the family and to the legal team, and I think to every well-meaning Ghanaian who has followed this matter right from its inception. You see, by May this year, Greg would have been in custody for 10 years. And we think that the court, having considered all these facts and granted him bail, is in the right direction. We are grateful to the Attorney General's department, who this time around did not oppose the bail for the reasons I've stated. So we can only be grateful. Greg can now be attending court from his place of residence. And for us, it's an opportunity for him to get proper medical attention, which he has lacked all this while. For us, that is very, very important.
One thing that was of consideration during the earlier stages or the early stages was that the atmosphere in Boga, the atmosphere up north was not too conducive for him, for his part, especially with regards to his safety. This time around, where will he be?
You see, where he will be, with the greatest of respect to you and your listeners and or viewers, I don't think we should state it. But you see, that reason was not given by the family or by Greg's lawyers. It was a reason concocted by the prosecution. And so for us, it was untenable. Nothing of the sort was going to happen in Boga or anywhere. So let's just dismiss that bit and be happy that this time around the court has seen good reason to grant him bail.
So that is Nana Yao, spokesperson for the Afoko's family. When I engaged in moments after the High Court admitted Gregory Afoko to bail and all of that. So we're monitoring the space as to when exactly he's able to satisfy the bail conditions, and then we'll make our viewers or our listeners know when exactly Gregory Afoko is out of lawful custody for the first time in nearly a decade.
So he's still in custody, waiting to meet the.
As at the time, they're still working.
The bill. Okay.
The situations, like I mentioned, the conditions precedent, all will have to be satisfied. The surety, they have to verify their places of abode, the landed properties. They need to go. The investigators will have to go and verify all
if
these.
Indeed those are.
If indeed, and it takes time. And so that's how come he's still not made up. I hope that hopefully today he is able to execute those conditions, and then you have to sign the thing. Football can sign that thing. He was put to sign the conditions, and then hopefully he will join his family, and then he'll be coming to court from there.
Okay. So there's Cecilia Dapa, right?
Yes.
Is she returning to court, or she was in court last week?
So this one has to do with the 2 maids and then 5 others who were alleged to have stolen funds from their home.
Yes.
It is based on this case that the OSP also took interest and investigated Madame Cecilia Pan, and we know the controversies that surrounded this whole matter in the country. And at one point in time, the OSP said that, look, he realized that he doesn't have the mandate to chase or to prosecute or to follow the matter any longer. So it was referred to Yoko, and we are waiting for Yoko to come out with whatever finding it has done. But that leg is gone. And we are waiting for the criminal leg, the maid's issue, and that one is before the High Court, presided over by Justice Marie Louise Simmons. And what is happening now is that on Friday, the second prosecution witness was brought in the person of Raymond Ni Amon Ashi. And Ni Amon Ashi was a driver for Madame Cecilia Dapa's husband, Mr. Daniel Osei-Kuffour, who drove him to the house. And his testimony was to the fact that he drove Mr. Daniel Osei-Kuffour. You know that we were told that he was traveling, and at the point in time, the trip, did not happen. So he came back, and then when they came home, they noticed that the doors were open. They entered, and they realized that it was Patience Boudre, who is the 18-year-old first accused person in there, hiding at the corner. Immediately, she saw them. She ran away from their home and hid herself at the boy quarters, and specifically at the toilet. And then they asked him, how did you get to know that she was at the toilet? And then we called her, and then she responded from the toilet. And that's how come they called the police to have her arrested. And so he made a point that he knows Patience Boudre, Malik Dawda is the boyfriend of Patience Boudre. But the other accused person, he mentioned that he didn't know them. And so he's facing cross-examination. The case has been adjourned to March 5.
Okay.
For further cross-examination. Madame Cecilia Dapa herself was not present in court and the reason is that she's one of the witnesses who will testify in the matter. And once it is not yet your turn, you cannot come and sit in court and be listening to testimony of other witnesses. So the only reason she didn't come, but the husband was present. Daniel Osei-Kuffour was present in court on Friday together with the witness.
All right, so that is it for the major ones. And then there's also the Beige Bank.
Yes, the Beige Bank is back in court today. Mr. Michael Nyineku, the CEO of the defunct Beige Bank, is back in court. And for some time now, and the last 2 sittings, there was no show.
Okay.
Because the new Attorney General has instructed state attorneys to hold on until the trial, because he's looking through the case docket. And what was supposed to happen before now is that the 29th witness, defense witness for Michael Nyineku, is a judge now outside the country. He's expected to testify, and he will testify via video link, video evidence, I might say. But because of that, the prosecution have asked for adjournment on 2 occasions. So today, before Justice Ifeanyi Saributri, we know what the pleasure of the Attorney General will be by way of the direction that will surround this very case. So that's one of the things that we should expect happening in today. Michael Nyineku is expected back in court, but we'll know what the pleasure of the AG will be in relation to this matter.
Okay. So
then we have a contempt case against Deputy IGP. COP Christian Tettey.
Okay.
Yes, one Theophilus Tego. In fact, that name has been ringing, and he's involved in a lot of land issues, land matters, specifically East Legon, Adrian or thereabout, and all of that. And the matter has landed in court. He has dragged COP, Christian Tettey, and 2 others to court for contempt. At the last court sitting on the 31st of January, they were in court, but the court also, event that took place in court led to lawyers of the applicant apologizing to COP, and then the 2 others on grounds that, yes, when the processes were filed, they were not served personally, and the processes found its way into the media. So they have to even go to the media and print the copies there to respond to it. And they brought that to the attention of the court, and the court said, no, you cannot file processes against public officials and go out there and have them embarrassed the way you have done.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable. You need to serve them, let them know that you have brought a case of this nature against them. So they have to apologize to them sincerely in open court for that particular one. But the court has asked that they should serve them properly, they should make proper service, and they are back in court today. But one thing that the court made that day was that the court can dispense with their presence in court as in this particular point in time. So if they think that they cannot come, they can send a representative to come and represent them until such time that the court think that they are personally required in the matter. So that is one of the cases that is also coming up today.
Okay. Thank you very much, Murtala Inusa, our legal affairs correspondent.
Thank you, Dedei.
The number 1 Arsenal fan in the whole country. Look, if Arsenal loses, Murtala cannot eat. Oh.
It used to be when I was a kid. When I was.
These days you can eat it.
Yeah, or these days. Sometimes I even eat before. Sometimes in the course of the month, and I'm eating. But I don't know what will happen at the end of the game.
Oh.
So make sure that you are, because I used to those days when my mom.
I'm waiting for. Okay, please finish.
My mom would make sure that I eat before the game starts, because if the game.
You were that attached.
Yes, if the game is over and Hearts loses or Arsenal loses, the point is that I'll eat my food the following day.
Hey.
You know, when you were a kid and then you are eating your food the following day, your siblings, they have a way of coming around, and then you also decide that you will not give them because they have taken theirs earlier. It was very serious with me. But now, I think that those days I didn't understand football. I thought football is all about. But now I do understand that it's win, draw,
it's a game
or
of
lose.
chance. It could be anywhere.
Yeah,
it could go anywhere.
I can't keep myself. You get it.
Oh dear.
So definitely come again.
Well, I don't know. I'm not that kind of person. I think the only time I was really, but it didn't even affect me, which is I'll wake up in the middle and I'm like, hey, so we lost. You know?
And you have been picturing yourself.
I think it was a Champions League game.
Okay.
Between Manchester City. It must have been Real Madrid. And so it was Real. I think it was Real Madrid. And so, I mean, it was so close yet so far away.
Oh, yeah, that's happened. As for my love for football.
So I wake up and I was like,
what has happened? Is it really? Are you dreaming?
Am I dreaming?
And you know, when it happens that I barely go online.
Oh,
no. Match report, I don't watch anything.
Oh, but now that you have gotten over it.
With days after that, I'll go and look at what has happened.
So this one like this, you don't have a problem at all.
I have a problem, but I have to. There's nothing I can do.
Oh.
What has happened has happened.
Oh.
So there's nothing I can do. I remember when I was in 2019, 2009, when the under-20 won the World Cup. I was staying then in a hostel at Mile 7. I was then
a student.
Yes, I was then a student. So also I was trying to learn a few things before I even started my journalism and all that. So the hostel, there's a common room for all of us.
Yes.
And then there's a television there. So that's where we were watching the football. And then the last penalty from Ajimambedu went in. I don't know how I left the hostel and got to that Mile 7. You know where Peace FM used to be? How I managed to get there. And all of us were on the street. We don't know where we were going, Charlie. I don't know how. I don't know how today. I don't know how I got to that
adrenaline rush.
So that's how fun. And then the 2010 World Cup and all of that. When Ghana, I think there was a country we beat before. I think USA. Before we went to the last 8 and played Uruguay. When we won that game, it was the same thing. So I remember.
And then you must have been very heartbroken.
Oh no, of course.
With the loss to Uruguay.
You have no idea. Because the passion was there, wanted to win. But now, football people have killed our passion.
Oh, just like that.
Football people have killed our passion.
Unfortunately.
And all of that. But I understand that on the 17th of March, the Black Stars will be playing Child at the Accra Sports Stadium. Yes. Let's all get ready. And
you'll be there, right?
Oh, definitely. I'll be
you love your football. Thank you very much, Mutala Inusa, our legal affairs correspondent. Give us all the rundown with regard to what has been happening in court today. Well, what happened last week and what is expected to happen today. You're still tuned into the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM.